QTV Youth Dialogue, and I am your host, Jenna Bosonko. So today we are in the North Bank region in Kerawan, and I'm super excited to be here with young people who will be talking about peace building and the involvement of young people in civic spaces and just young people, being empowered to an extent of leading peace building initiatives. Young people in the Gambia constitute 60% of our population. And with that, they're from homes, they're from schools, they have peers that they can positively influence in the right direction when it comes to peace building in the Gambia. And this program is proudly powered by Action Aid International, the Gambia. And thank you so much. Two ladies and a gentleman, and I'm happy that the panel is quite diverse. We have Maria Masonko, who is from SL. We also have Cherna Omarba, who is from Kirmama, and we have Adam Anyan from Kir Ngoyan. We have Mariama Nyan from Kir Ngoyan. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon in the North Bank region. The weather is very, very hot. It's extremely hot. As you can see, we are dripping, but we have to do this. We have to have this conversation under the sun. I believe it will give us more energy, to talk about the issues. But Mariama, to start with, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for joining us. So as a young person, part of a particular project by the Action Aid on peace building, you've been trained on peace building and the involvement of young people in civic spaces. What is the importance of that?
Thank you so much, Jenaba, for that wonderful introduction. I feel like it is very, very important to involve young people when it comes to development and peace building. As you've said, like young people constitute about like 60% of the population of the Gambia. And when you look at peace and everything that has to do with government and stuff, young people need to be included because when you see rallies, young people are always in the forefront. When it comes to issues like political instabilities and everything, young people are always in the forefront. So like if you train young people to be peaceful, you train young people to get in, to be involved in participation of like political stuff and everything. So it's like going to build their capacities. They will know what to do and what not to do. They will know their responsibilities as citizens of the country. They will be able to protect themselves and then protect the younger ones that are also coming up. So I feel like as a young person that has the opportunity to be trained by Action Aid under this peace building initiative, it has like shaped me into a better person. Because like I didn't know much about VDCs and all the stuff that they do, but like when I got involved with it, I got to know I got to have like lot of information and a lot of knowledge and ideas about how the society works. So now I'll be able to train other young people to come up and then join the civic spaces and then join and work towards their development and how we are going to build a sustainable country.
Okay, so Mr. Ba, you've also participated in this particular training and your capacity has been built. What is your perspective before participating in the peace building training as a young person to now that you have been trained? How has that shaped your perspective?
Thank you very much, Jenna. But once again, it is quite amazing to be part of this interview for the young people program. As you rightly said, geared towards peace building, which the project, that is the main objective of the project, is to restore peace in the country. So the perception before was like, if you get to, more especially in the decision-making structures, you always find elderly people, like the VDCs, the World Development Committees, the District Tribunal. So that was like, it is only the elderly people that should be inclusive as far as decision-making is concerned. But when I get involved into this project, I've seen already that the advocacy of the project is to include young people in all the decision-making structures. That's why on the onset, we started with the VDCs and then the WDCs and then the District Tribunal.
But at a personal level, obviously, these are the objectives of the training, which we all know. But at a personal level, how has it shaped your mindset, about the involvement of young people in these civic spaces and just generally peace building in the Gambia? What was your perception before? And now your capacity has been built. What is your perception now?
Okay. Now, my perception now is like young people have to be included in every decision-making structure. and that is one. Secondly, they have to be given the platform to showcase their talent. As far as this training is concerned, it is geared towards enlightening people that they are also very responsible. They should take the responsibility at the early stage so that in the near future they'll be acquainted with their responsibility. So meaning they also have a stake, a big stake for that matter when it comes to national building. Yeah.
Yeah, so Adama, what is your perception now? What is your perception now on, same question prior to the training and now that your capacity has been built, what has changed?
Yeah, well, thank you, Jainaba, for inviting me in this platform. Yeah, I meet my young people in the same region. Yeah, first of all, before I was trained or meet people, I was like only elders should hold position in any department you go, even starting from the community development anywhere. But after the training, I know that now it's high time for young people to hold position. I was so happy and proud of myself after the training, selected as the assistant VDC chairman as for my village. And then I happy to be with them, also to work with them and to share knowledge with them. But before, I was not aware of what is going on in this community that youths are not in, because we were packed aside. They took decision and involved us after the decision. We are there to say yes when the decision are already made. You cannot change any decision. But after the training, it shows me that I am part of those who should make decision as a young people. Then I am going to be there. That was why I went there to seek for that position, and it was given to me by having the knowledge that you should make decision and participate in youth leadership, politics, or anything that is governing people. Youths have the right to be there. Before I was just like somebody going blindly, but after meeting different VDCs, it built my capacity as a young people. Now I am good to go. Any decision that is being made in the region or outside the region, in the national level, I can stand to be there.
But generally, there's this conversation about young people want to take leadership roles, but they're not even ready to take it on. Taking leadership roles is one thing, but taking it and making the right decisions and having the capacity is another thing. We are advocating young people should take over spaces, but it's about the right people taking over spaces. So what makes you the right person to be the VDC vice chair in your community? Because capacity matters here, because we're talking about a whole village development committee where a lot of local conversations actually take place.
Yeah, for me myself, I started leading since when I was young,
Okay.
as a school, how to call a counselor in the class, go to the school level as a private in the class, counselor in the school. It's go to my village youth development committee, which is Kangonyan Youth Development Committee, as the vice president.
Okay.
Move from there now to the VDC as the, how to call it, vice chairman.
Yeah.
And then I was also the deputy speaker for the region by then. For the youth.
Youth Parliament.
Youth Parliament.
The National Youth
Parliament, yeah.
Okay.
The time of Fat Jao and the team.
Yeah.
I was the deputy speaker for the region.
Okay.
I know I can do it. This is why my people said that also I can be there also to help them to reach the development of the Ward Development Committee and the District Development Committee
So
too.
what is your role as the vice chair of the Village Development Committee?
My role is like to help them achieve what they cannot achieve for the past government which we are there.
Okay.
Yes, because those who were there were not educated.
They were not educated.
They were not educated.
Okay.
They cannot.
What's your level of education?
I am a grade 12 graduate.
Okay.
Yeah. I am doing some petty business,
Okay.
but still now I can defend my words anywhere I stand. Yeah. And then
So when you say those people were not educated, they did not even go to
no, they did not even go to high school. Others
Okay.
even though did not go to school at large.
Okay.
But they were there holding the position.
Okay.
And then being like elders, I should be in this position. Why we are not in the time of being an elder, you are going to be in this position. It's knowing what you are doing in that position. Do what you can do for that position is the better of
So what is
being
your
there.
role? What is your role? What are you going to be doing as vice chair?
As vice chair, I will help them to lobby for projects which are needed, because in our community we have a place where you know that water always disturbs us when it's the raining season. I am trying to help. We have a project to council which will help us to have some barriers where the water will pass through without entering the village and disturb the people in the community and disturb the children at large. From there also, we do have our school, we do have sometimes problem in chairs and bench. As a VDC and the team at large, we want to help them. We have something in our community where we can help them in anything that the school need to help them to. Yeah.
But it's easier said than done.
Yeah, for sure.
It's easier said than
It's
done.
easier said than done, but I will try my best as a young people.
We will follow up on that, obviously. We'll follow up on that to see how best you are able to achieve some of the things that you're talking about, because it's not easy at all. It can be very, very challenging. But how do you see, Mariama, leadership in your community? How involved are young people in SL?
Okay. When it comes to SL, especially the VDC level, it's like it's a mixture of both young and old. Like everyone is included.
Okay.
So there's
inclusivity.
There is inclusivity, and
Okay.
most of them are well educated and they know what they're doing.
Okay.
So it's like we don't have a problem when it comes to that. The only issues that we have, it's like with regards to development and stuff. But like with these trainings and capacity buildings that are going around every day, so people are like evolving and people are knowing their rights more.
Okay.
Like before, people are not like well grounded
Okay.
in their civil rights and stuff. But like as time goes on, like people are becoming more aware, and like there are BDC congresses. We are having like a lot of stuff that are changing in our society as SL itself. So I guess it's going fine.
It's going fine.
Yeah,
at
and the
this
youths
point.
are getting like more enlightened about their rights and responsibilities.
But what are some of the major changes you want to see in your community?
Okay.
Just, infrastructure, whatever it might be.
Okay. In SL, like what we want to see the most is like the involvement of young people.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that is the most pressing issue?
I
It's
get-
not health, it's not infrastructure, it's not any other thing but that?
Like when it comes to health, we have a hospital.
Okay.
The only issue we have is like medicine, and sometimes like you go to the hospital and some nurses will not be doing their work the way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Sometimes you'll be talking and some of them will be busy with their phones. Others will not even like the level of professionalism is the problem. Professionalism, like that is not only on the health sector.
Yeah.
I think the Gambia itself, we have issues with professionalism.
Yeah.
People will take up jobs or responsibilities that they are not willing to fulfill. So that is it. Now, when it comes to the education sector, we have like, okay, we have primary schools, we have nursery
You went to
schools.
school in SL?
I went to school in SL.
Okay. How do you see the education structure there?
Okay, the education structure in SL, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like in the region, we have one of the best schools.
Wow.
Yeah. When it comes to results production, SL Upper Basic School, St. Matthews, they
Yeah.
are one of the best.
Okay.
Like, when it comes to primary school, we have a very big primary school where we have quality teachers and stuff. They are helping the youth or the young people to be able to achieve their dreams. I, as a person, I went to the Gambia College. I was like, I did UQ at SL Upper Basic School.
Yeah.
I went to SL, like St. Matthews also,
Yeah.
I did UQ there. That is
Yeah.
unqualified teaching
Yeah.
for 1 year. Then I went to the college and I completed. And now I am serving the young people. So like I am part of the Lower Nyumi District Youth Committee
Yeah.
as a treasurer. And also I'm just elected like as the vice chairperson for Global Platform NBR chapter.
Nice.
So it's-
Congratulations.
Thank you. So it's like we're trying our best to make sure we see the Gambia to the level that we actually wanted.
Yeah.
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 that
Yeah.
is-
So how do you see the community of Kirmama? What are some of the urgent interventions, or the urgent changes that young people are demanding at Kirmama currently?
Yeah, thank you very much. It is really quite amazing having such a connection on this platform. As you rightly said earlier, one of the most pressing issues is about health. So it was just last year, there is this foundation, Alusaja Jalo Foundation.
Yes.
Exactly. So they create a very good initiation by establishing a health center at the community, which was really embraced by the community and the surrounding villages. As at now, as young peoples, we are also doing what we call youth contribution. That is a labor contribution. When cement is brought, we usually lay the blocks. And then right now, the most pressing issue is about the fencing of the health center premises, and more especially the accommodation for the staff. The foundation plus the those in the diaspora group, they are doing well, but they still need support. big support for that matter, because right now the three nurses, we have the OIC, we also have a midwife, and we also have the other CHN. So these people are the one that are working at the health center. So, but then they are staying very far from the health center. They are in a special compound, unlike whereby they have their own staff quarters. But now, right now, the staff quarter is under progress, and then the fencing for itself, it is yet to be established because there are funds constrained. So definitely this is a big challenge, because looking at Kermama Kercherno is 4 kilometers distant, where we usually have women on labor, they have to struggle on the way going up to Kercherno. So during
That's
that
challenging.
big challenge, more especially during the rainy season, some people have to go up to Bafuloto to Kercherno. Bafuloto is at the eastern end of the village. Then from there you go to Kercherno, which is covering almost 6 to 7 kilometers. So this Aliou Sadia Jallow Foundation come with the initiation to establish a health center. So now the catchment areas also embrace it. We also have Kahel, Kerngumbo, Same Kuta, Same Koto, Same Tenda. You also have Sika. You also have Pakao Salum, Pakao Njogu, Demba Hole. These are all communities that are coming to that health center, because geographically it is strategically located. It is located at the center part of those communities that I've just mentioned, like the likes of Dudujanko and Kerngumbo. These are all areas that are, reporting health matters to the health center.
So as last week,
Yep.
or a few weeks ago, we've seen Gala. You're aware of the Gala protesters. Gambians against looted assets. They have this protest where they're demanding accountability for funds. That have been allegedly looted by some officials, ranging from the sale of Jaya Jammeh's assets to the COVID-19 funds, to the Russian oil scandal. There's just a lot of things. They're asking accountability for. These are young people out on the streets demanding accountability, taking over spaces. So, Mariam, what's your take on that? What's your take on that?
Okay, with regards to Gala and their activities, it's like, I feel it's every Gambian's right to come out and protest when you feel like there is corruption going on. And I 100% support their initiative, because it's like peaceful. There is nothing like, okay, let us go and fight with the security officials, or let us go and break into people's shop. It's like a peaceful protest, and it's their constitutional right for them to go and protest. And like, if you're seeing like there is corruption in your country, and as a good citizen, I feel it's like something that you should work on, whether it's like directly or indirectly. So their involvement in this corruption and trying to fight it, it's like something that I very much appreciate.
So, as a young person, do you feel like there's corruption?
I feel there is corruption. Like, corruption happens everywhere, but like with the government level and with all these allegations that are coming out, and like there is no timely intervention that we are looking for, I feel like that is not what we want as a Gambia. We want a country that is like corruption free. We want a country that is transparent. We want a country whereby like there will be sustainable development for the people of the country. So like when we are seeing a government whereby, sorry to say, but I feel in the Gambia corruption is not what like in other countries like China. You do corruption, you might face death sentence or a life imprisonment. When it comes to the Gambia, you do corruption and then you are rewarded. We've seen like some people would do corruption, the government would leave them out until like when the people start forgetting about their issues and take them to a higher position. So it's like we are not discouraging corruption, but instead we are like encouraging it. And that is not what we want. When the Gambia is like a very nice country. And Gambia has the resources that can take care of its people. So if like those resources are not used in the right way, that is why people are suffering right now. You see like some schools, they will not have enough infrastructures. You go to some hospitals, they will not have enough medicine, they will not have enough facilities. But like all this money that were collected from these allegedly collected from these corruption scandals and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
could have been used and pumped into those sectors.
Yeah.
So I feel like Gala is doing really, they are really doing a very good job. And I wish like the next time we will also be part of it, just because we are a bit
Okay, so
tired
you would
here,
you
yeah.
would have gone to
Yeah,
the
I
protest
would have gone to the
to be
protest,
part
yeah,
of it.
sure.
Yeah. So Adam, I would like to know, you are trained on peace building. You are trained, you know, and now young people are taking over the streets to protest for, you know, against corrupt practices that are allegedly taking place in different government institutions in the Gambia. Not just government institutions. We've also seen what is happening in the councils, because with the local government commission, we've also seen councils, what is happening. The investigation is yet to be published, because the investigations are still ongoing. But when we follow, we know the local councils, there's a form of corruption happening there too. And young people are taking over the streets and demanding for accountability. What's your take on that?
Yeah, for me, like how my colleague said, Mariama, for me, I was far at that moment. I could not be there. But if at all I was in the urban Gambia, I will join them.
Okay.
Because I think they are doing justice. Because when you see a country going downfall, not going up, then you have to stand and make a level of adjusting yourself to see yourself in. And then if you say those, how to call it, corruption, or those properties which are sold, which are high price to low price, and then how it said, that price, that money that is spent freely, somebody buying it with $10,000, that money you buy it, you sell it expensively, still now you go and see a gap where you can fix that money for the country. We are all in the country. When we are suffering from shortage of medicine, we all face it.
Yeah.
Not me, but maybe a family member may be in the hospital and have the same facing. And then when you said about the educational level also, when we have low, how to call it, infrastructure in the schools, then when you see a children going to school and sitting on the mat, it's not telling well. The person can sleep at any moment because you are comfortably sitting down, and then the person can lie down. And then we have something to do in this country as young people. We should start by now taking responsibility. Let me come in that part. Taking responsibility, and you are not doing anything in that responsibility. It's better not to take that responsibility and leave somebody take it. This is what I tell them. Come in just one day. Come in just one day. Tell people that I want to be in this position. I want to be in this position just from, yes, I am a university holder. I have books, I read books, I do this. But leading, taking responsibility need knowledge. How to lead, how to communicate, how to influence, how to inspire, how to motivate, and what are your visions? These are the good leaders. But just I am reading books, I know what is going on. I am just coming to lead. That is what is making Gambia fail. We have educated leaders who are leading, but they don't know how to lead because they are not well educated in a leading strategy. Then,
But we have individuals who are, people will often say people who still are in suits and ties. Sometimes they're educated enough,
yeah.
but they still take things. They're still corrupt. You know?
Because some have the say that if you are in a position, before you leave this position, you grab what you should grab before you go.
Yeah,
And then
that's a
grab.
general notion.
Yeah, you grab what you grab. You are making orders. Maybe you are one person. You go and build your story building and relax, sleep enough. Somebody is under a house which is not roofed and sleeping under that. When it is raining, the person may be stand.
Yeah.
The whole rain. When it is thunder, the person will not sleep.
Yeah.
You are sleeping comfortably, and you know that the money I spend to build that house is for everybody in this country, but I spend it alone.
Yeah.
Then I think if you are sleeping, you don't sleep with concept.
Well,
You should
they
not.
do. Well, I think they sleep. Fok man dal fona dañ day nelaw bay hando.
Oh, masha
Wa man lool la fok man.
Man, I do think that even are these people sleeping on concept that I am happy.
Ya nelaw ñom ñu ngi nelaw.
I'm
ñu ngi
happily
nelaw.
sleeping.
Ñu ngi nelaw joxal ma ko Mr. Ba. Man orna ma ne ñu ngi nelaw. So what's your take on it? Young people now ñu ngi take over because gis nañ countries like Zambia. Zambia, for example, young people ñoo together elect seen current president. Young people ñoo demand on change, ñu elect ko. Gis nañ lu happen Kenya, for example. The young people took to the streets to demand for accountability.
Exactly.
And we are gradually seeing young people in Gambia ñoom tam am fit bi dem protest, submit seen petition. What naka nga gisee loolu?
Yeah, Janaba, regards to participation, it also has to do with acquiring the knowledge. That is why Action Aid always advocate for capacity building.
Wow.
When people's capacity is built, they will able to advocate for their rights.
Wow.
and then knowing how to advocate your right. This is what triggered development. This is what will also reduce a lot of malpractices that usually happen, because when you see certain things like, as Mariama rightly said, the Gala group, so looking at their reaction is because there's something that has already taken place. So capacity building basically is one, but secondly, I would always say we need to start with community level. Before we go at national level, let's structure the communities in the first place. Hardly, more especially outside Oponyomi, I would put it. The reason is Nyamina and Oponyomi are the main intervention sites for Action Aid. So VDCs now, if you go to Nyomi, you see young people being involved. Before, hardly you see young people. You see somebody being a chairman for 20 years, 15 years, no changes. But now youths will stand and sit in their groups and say we need a change. And those changes are made through Congress.
Yeah.
So that is basically because they are now au fait with what is their
Why
right.
young people, mi wax ni, yen.
Yes.
Doo leen dee dem Congress su jotee, you vote for the same people. United Democratic Party, ki fa nekkoon depuis Cuk moo fa nekk. Doy, ki fa nekkoon depuis Cuk moo fa nekk. Mama Kandeh depuis 2016 moo fa nekk. So at the end of the day, yen mi nga xam ne yéen a war a dem def change boobu noonu bokku leen si, because yéen tam seen interest ngeen dee toppa. Nañ waxante digga si digga. So naka la loolu mën a wécceekoo, naka lañ mën a change at that level.
Exactly. Loolu nu nga ko war a mën a change mooy ñu jàngal nit ñi lan mooy seen àq ak seen yelleef.
Foog nga ne jàngale bi rek doy na.
Waaw
Lii
jàngale.
dafa am, there's a cultural thing. Mariama, yow lan nga foog si
I
loolu?
feel like Gambians should be more educated on patriotism.
Foog nga ko.
I feel, yeah. Man loolu laa foog.
Lu tax nga ne why patriotism?
Okay, if you're patriotic to your country,
Waaw.
you wouldn't want anything to go wrong.
Foog nga ko.
Yeah.
Patriotism bi moom amut sax xëy na moo tax corruption yi yooyu di am.
Yeah.
Waaye naka lañ koo jàngalee nit ñi, because for example NYSS ñoo ko war di def. NYSS dañ war di jël seen intake si jàngal leen ko ak yooyu, waaye NYSS is just one institution, mënu ñoo buub dëkk bi yëpp.
Seriously. So I feel like right now, with a lot of interventions like that Action Aid is doing,
Waaw.
they are trying to bring up as much youth as possible.
Okay.
Because like sometimes you can attend a training of like 40 youth,
Wow.
sometimes you will have 30. So those people are from different communities.
Wow.
So in a training and you have that love for your country and you are that patriotic, you would go and disseminate that information. So you also you would have maybe like 4 or 5 youths. So that is how the information is flowing. And I feel like right now, the youths, the way they are like so eager for change, they would do difference.
Foog nga loolu.
Loolu laa foog. Yeah.
So ndaw yi seen boppa corrupt leen.
Okay.
Because xam nga corruption du ne da nga dem ba mag soog a corrupt de.
Yeah.
Nañ seetaat suñ boppa, because ñun as ndaw yi nga xam ne ñooy tey ak ëllëg ñun tamit we have a role to play. Ñun naka lañ mun a tryer ba ñun suñ boppa corruptuñ toog fii di wax rek la. Because yow sa VDC bi nga lead, for example, you can be corrupt there. You can be corrupt there as a vice chair. You understand? So it depends on grassroots level bi. Foofu la corruption bi dee dooree at the end of the day. So yéen yan changes ngeen mun a indi ñu structure ñu def ko système bi nga xamante ne corruption bi du am, that sense of patriotism. But for example, Boyewa, why from Nekani, we'll just go for a short break because we interviewed some of your other colleagues who have also participated in the training, and we asked them what their perception is on young people involving in, peace building initiatives and just also be part of development. Young people in Duga si boka si safsi. For example, when you say young people, they take over the streets, they demand for accountability. Ak yenen spaces yi nga xamne ndaw yi ñu ko take over because bëgg nañ change. National Assembly bi gis nañ ko. Ndaw yi dañ dé farala taxaw election, xëj na duñ leen dé votal. They're not too young to lead campaign ñëwoon na. Naka lañ mëna convince political parties, for example, pour ñu gëm ndaw yi, pour ñu bolé leen ci these decision making processes that we're talking about. So we'll just go for a short break, ñu sétane lolu, and when we come back, the conversation will continue. Do stay with us.
Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Nuruddin Adams, a proud product of this noble institution. Heritage Christian University is not just a learning place, but a community that transforms lives and empowers its students to become compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. My journey here has truly been life-changing, and I invite you to come experience the same. Whether your passion is into business, nursing, midwifery, psychology, communication studies, multimedia technology, information technology, or theology and ministry, Heritage has tailored these programs for both the undergraduate and graduate studies to suit your goal. If you're ever ready to take your education to the next level, then pick up an application form and join us today. At Heritage, you are never alone, as members of the community will stand and work with you every step of the way. Welcome to Heritage Christian University.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pamo Dugay, the Regional Youth Chairperson for North Bank. And then I am here to talk about some of the engagement that ActionAid is doing in North Bank, particularly for young people. Among them including empowering them through building their capacity in peace building, and of course bringing them closer to the authorities or the leadership in this region. It's important for young people to be engaged when it comes to capacity building, because this will not only prepare them as leaders, current or future leaders, but of course it will widen their understanding, and of course help them hold the leadership accountable, and then also to influence or promote good governance and then better representative.
Hello, my name is Maimuna Jawo. I'm the Ecozone coordinator for Jimbana Bolong Ecozone. I'm currently partnering in the implementation of the YPI project, that is the Youth Promotion Initiative project, supported by the United Nations Peace Building Fund. Through this project implementations, I've been able to learn a lot, amongst which my capacities are built as a youth, and I can see like youth have a bigger space to involve themselves, and there are so many things that needs to be done in order to get them on board, amongst which the YPI project has already conducted a meeting, an engagement with the councils, a council meeting with youths to allocate 5% of their 60% withholding commitment invested back into youth development. I believe this initiative will help into initiating more youth initiatives in our community developments, because if youths are not involved in activities or decision-making processes at community level or at the grassroots levels, their voices might not be heard and their issues might not be settled, and this will leave them behind.
Man maa ngi tudd Mamadou Ba dëkk Toro Ba Lower Baribu district North Bank region. Man bokk naa si ñi nga xamante ne maa ngi bénéficié si UN Peace Building Fund training bi nga xamante ne moom lañ doon jokk ñi nga xamante ne moo nekk decentralized structure si moo nekk village development committee si. Lii jàngale bi nekk na jàngale bi nga xamante ne dafa am solo trop, dafa am njëriñ trop. Lu tax mu am njëriñ def ñu dimbale ba nga gis ne léegi mag am na mag yi nga xamante ne ñoo nekkoon si biir VDC bi yore place yi nga xamante ne i place yu mag lañ tey jox nañ xale yi opportunité bi ba xale yi ñoo nekk di doxal place yooyu, te xale yi tamit jàngal nañ gars yi ba am nañ xam-xam bi nga xamante ne xam-xam boobu la ñu mën a use ñu def li nga xamante ne moo nekk seen liggéey. Kon training bi am na si trop am na si li nga xamante ne njëriñam moo am nit mënut a wax njëriñam fu mu em, parce que tey xale yooyu tey ñoo nekk magi ëllëg, te man du ma wax ne xale yi ñoo nekk magi ëllëg, danaa wax ne xale yi ñoo nekk magi tey, parce que tey xale yi tey lañ fekkee. Kon mag yi lu ñu war a def rek dañu war a booloo ak xale yi dimbale gars yi dooleel gars yi ba nga xam ne gars yi def nañ li nga xamante ne loolu moo war pour ñu mën a gis ne ñoom tamit bokk nañ si decision making process yi.
Welcome back from that short break. So in that break, we just showed you guys videos of different young people who also participated in a peace building training organized by ActionAid International, the Gambia, to ensure that young people are actually part of decision-making processes and they take initiative when it comes to peace building and just generally, you know, holding officials accountable. And before we went, ñu doon waxtaan about young people yi tamit ñoom seen role and responsibility to ensure ne there's a better future, because all the time dañ dee wax ñun waaye ñun tamit we contribute to the problem. For example wax nañ about bokka def political party. So bokkee political party bi da ngaa bokka rek. So you Adama, you which political party are you a part of? It's everybody is part of one.
Yeah, but it's normal if I don't even disclose my political party.
But you are part of one.
Yeah, I am part of one.
So Sisa Bir political party bi, how are you taking leadership? Because nañu waxante dëgg jigéen yi ak ndaw yi si biir political party si there's a problem foofu.
Okay.
Parce que ay tàccukat ngeen ay feesakat ngeen ay solkati t-shirt ngeen. Waaye when it comes to ngeen bokka diggantaan it's a problem. Te comme ni nga ko waxee congress su jotee da ngeen di bokka da ngeen di dem vote. And you're going to vote for the
same people.
Yéen mi war a demand change seen change bi si mbedd bi la am yéen ay. Xam nga fan ngeen ko war a demandé congress political party. Parce que da ngeen yéen a ngi nekka ak huge number. Waaye loolu duñ dee gis loolu noonu.
Yeah.
So your political party bi nga bokk opposition la ndax.
Foofu comme
opposition la.
Man.
Janaba,
why not we live?
Well, xam nga man la dama jaaxal Gambia. Kenn du dee bëgg a wax si ban political party la bokk. Te suñ ko waxutee naka la ñoo xam ne kana bokk fan ñu waxtaan. War na yéen ñëpp war ngeen a ñàkk a bokk political party ñu debate.
Waaw
lu war la lu war a mun a am la. Mariama am na political party bi nga gis.
Man, right now I am just waiting for them to come up because.
Why am na you exist? Am nañ GDC, am nañ UDP, am nañ APRC, am nañ NPP. Ñoom ñëpp kenn doyu la. Am nañ Sobeya bu Essa Faal.
Sobeya at least boobu sax I can say I am a bit in line with them.
Okay, why are you in line with them?
Okay, like Essa Faal is like a visionary leader.
Okay.
That is what I have seen.
Okay.
That is my perception of the kind of person that he is.
Okay.
But like when it comes to other political parties, I'm not you do feel like since in the 90s
they've had the same. So your problem is you want change.
I want change. Like I don't want to see the same people coming up like all the time.
Okay.
And then people will be like, kii su fa nekkutee party bi du dem. Party bi mu ngi amee like a lot of young promising youths. ñoo xam ne they can come up and take up the responsibility. But soo xoolee ñi dañoo wax ne kii su ñëwee comme man I will not be part of it. Kele su ñëwee man I will not be part of it. So it's like yow yaa ngi wax ne you are just loyal to one person. Okay. Not loyal to the party, not loyal to your country.
So your law gis mooy there's division in political parties.
That is what I'm saying.
It's not about the party but individuals.
Yeah, that is it. It's
Why
about
doy tamit Uncle Halifa Sallah moo fa nekk depuis bu ma xamee suma bopp.
over yaaga foofu noonu. So man I feel like people should we should change like.
Okay.
I feel Gambians are so allergic to change.
We are.
Man loolu laa gis like Gambians are so allergic to change. Law wax like anything that has to do with change they don't want. Okay. Because they will be like kii mu ngi fii nii su demee keneen ku moo like keneen kuy ñëw I don't know how he's going to be. Wow. Maybe kii gis nañ ko and we know what he is like capable of doing. Comme niñ ko dee waxee rek the devil you know is better than the angel that you don't know. Okay. Gambians like I feel that is the perception that they are having.
So Mr. Bad kii mu ne Essa Faal bu Sobeya as a young person how na moo align. Yo, do you see any political party bi nga xam ne sa view si how na moo align?
Okay, man, as a professional, the type of work that I'm doing rather, duma ko muna def because man, I'm working with like 21 villages as an eco-zone coordinator. So whereby I'm interacting with people of different political parties. So da gis ne lolu pour man ma execute suma liggéey bi normally exact I have to be non-partisan, more especially working with Action Aid is a non-partisan organization. So that is
why even though they are non-partisan am nañ ko gis mu doy la.
Wow, anyway, man, comme Mariam num ko waxe, if we have like changes, getting young people, graduates, others with PhD, others with masters who are well stuffed. Why nit ñi like come change la nit ñi bañ. Like what the program that is going on right now, this civic camp that is going on right now, we are there training over 30 to 35 youths on civic education, so that at least ñoom tamit ñu mun a xam ne ndaw yi war nañ am taxawaay bu nga xamante ne yëfi soppale ku su waree am seen loxo war na si bokka. That is on all aspects of development, including politics. Waaye politique dafa nekk loo xamante ne it's a very clean sheet. Waaye ku ko tilimal rek sa loxo moo tilim. Why it's a very clean sheet. Why then jiital ñi nga xamante ne yaakaar na ñi dinañ mun a yóbbu réew mi si kanam moo gën a am solo dan di xëccoo li nga xamante ne doo ko mun a yóbbu at the end of the day. Okay. Exactly.
So léegi Adama yow gis nga ki la doy te
Jeynaba comme lu ma waxoon fa def starting rek man gis naa comme dinaa vote.
Wow.
I have the right to vote, but
Wow.
I cannot display comme fu ma bokk.
So léegi
Because I am a Red Cross volunteer.
Wow.
We know that the Red Cross, we don't take part in politics.
In politics.
Waaw ñun dangay dem vote. You have the right to vote for and to vote, but you don't show up come like in the
waa baax na
political
léegi
party.
nañ dugg si draft constitution bi gis nañ ne in 2020 indi nañ a draft constitution the CRC the Constitutional Review Commission dem nañ across the country ñu am consultations dem nañ ba si diaspora bi dem nañ America dem nañ UK ñu am waxtaan ñu indi the 2020 draft bi mu ñëwee parliament bi reject ko ñu demati waat seetati change ay mbir indi lii teg lii indi lii ñu demati si parliament bi 2024 draft bi has been rejected so as a young person Mariama buñ rejecté 2024 draft bi at the National Assembly as a youth leader lan nga naka nga ko gisee because Gambia ba léegi mënu ñoo am a new constitution te gis nañ ne the 1997 constitution bi am na loi yoo xam ne daf dee gaañ léegi yow loolu naka nga ko gisee
Okay, man, I feel like the Gambia as a country,
waaw
daf ma dee jaxal sometimes.
waaw
Yeah, because when you look at like our National Assembly members,
waaw
most of them are not there for the people that put them there. They are only loyal to their political parties.
okay
So you are from a community, like you're from a district.
waaw
District bi ñoo la vote in. Though da nga taxaw under a banner of a political party,
waaw
where district bi ñoo la voter, right? And you are there to serve the people, not to serve a political party. But so they may as under the Gambia National Assembly, most of them, like most of these National Assembly members are like always in line with their political parties, not for the development of the country or for the development of their people. So like 2020 draft constitution, that was like the constitution of the people. Nit yi ñoo xool okay ñun lii lañ bugga in our constitution yow nga dem just because like I don't know for whatever reason that they have nga génne loolu noonu then ngeen indiwaat yeen seen own
so da nga feel ne 2024 draft bi reflect the views of the people
it doesn't reflect the views of the people 2020 draft be like you've said they've gone around the whole country like they've gone to different parts of the world wherever they feel like Gambians will be able to get involved in
Wow.
this gaay bind ko everything then yow nga ñoo toog nga daxal loolu noonu
Wow.
ñu ñoo toogaat ñu gis like they brought the 2024 draft constitution
Wow.
boo xam ne it's like most of the time when I feel like people in power are always there for their interest not the interest of the people so yow
UDP NPP accept nañ draft 2024 draft bi UDP accept nañ ko mënuñu woon a am consensus daal mënuñoo waxtaan seen biir due to division boobu noonu nekk foofu
that is because ku nekk yow yaa ngi focus on your political party
okay
that is what I say you are not there for the people as I said in the beginning you are there for your party that is what they see
Wow.
they don't see the benefit of the people but instead their own benefit da nga xool okay man su ma defee lii this and this is what I'm going to get from it
Wow.
su ma defee lii I will be sidelined okay suma party bi lii la ma def this that
so
is not
parti bi
why
daal
you are
waru
there.
see bokk
no
it has to be based on yow sa community instead of
The interest of
party
the
ticket
people.
bi party ticket bi tam am na solo de because party bala back
Party
so what
bala
do you
back
think
waaye nit yi ñoo la voter
it's a challenging one
So, yeah,
Mr. Ba, what
it
do you
is.
think
Yeah, regards to party mom, for example, everybody should gear towards the development of the community,
Wow.
more especially the Gambia as a nation. Why do I guess it always starts at the basic, that at the village,
Wow.
and so under local government it starts from the VDC. Now we look at VDC, like what are the requirements for somebody to be a VDC member? Those protocols are not always followed.
what are the requirements
Very good. The requirement says every tribe in that community should be represented. That is one requirement.
tribe
Every tribe.
nañ wax ci loolu nag bàyyi leen waxi arrêté leen tribe
Yes.
VDC pour nga nekk VDC tribe lañ ko dee seete
No, fu may waxee mooy dafa am ñaari folds. benn bi si xeet la beneen bi si kaabilo la.
déedéet waaye xeet bi moom sax nañ ko.
no xeet bi soo gisee may wax.
Ah.
soo demee ñun like Fula communities we don't usually have kabilos.
Wow.
We usually have the Jallo family, the Ba family, the Sow family. So that is the Jallo should be reflected in that community.
So it's not based on competence. It's based on tribe.
No, I'm coming. I'm just giving you the qualities or the criteria.
Wow.
That is one.
Wow.
Secondly, the competency of that individual, because Kokumo represent that family or that clan or that how to call it kabilo in the VDC. Koku, if he or she is not competent enough, then meaning he is going to fail his people. A decision might be taken is not to the advantage of the village in general. Then Koku Purmuara del Dimale Gayami, because as a representative, comme nu ma ko doon wax mooy da ngay dem si yeneen VDC man just actionné ñu ngi doon train VDCs just around me dem naa si VDC boo xamante ne the family name bi moo dominate da ngay gis benn family name like you say for example Ba you have the chairperson, the secretary, the treasurer, main signatories.
léegi bu dee ñooñu ñoo gën a compétent ñeneen ñi nag.
non xam nga lu ko dee waral mooy biasness ak corruption bu ñu waxoon fii because léegi ñun yëpp
family bi neen ñu kumpulu.
exactly léegi yow imagine.
waa xanaa man doguma la fii foog ñu waxtaan. xanaa tribe bi duñ ko mën a génnee. ñu base ko on something different. than ne kii joolaa la kii pël la kii man the moment tribe duga si rek. dama day feel ne daf day defeat the purpose of the whole process.
non soo gisee ma ne tribe.
waaw
because da ngay dem si dëkk boo xam ne dëkk bu ndaw maybe 10 compounds. or 5 compounds ñooñu duñ dee mën a am kabilo. so ñoom waaye xeet bu nekk. should si feel themselves in that VDC. so that for example suñu ne community work am na. ëllëg ñi ngi war a dem setal. te yow Sonko yaa ngi fa man Ba maa ngi fa. We are the one going back to our people tell them anyway ëllëg nag lii activity is going to happen. One, then in the next day they will all turn up. Why in the event ne is one family sort of. wala one kabilo ñoo dominate. ñoom dina leen wax ne njëriñ su ñëwee ñu jël bu dee maaloo la wala bu dee xaalis moo ñëw di ko seddale ñoom rek a koy am suñ ne liggéey ñale tamit foofu lañ leen ay xaar su méttee ñu xaar leen ñu ne leen gannaaw lii la yéen i neen la ñun tamit waxtu bi su jotee ñun tamit duñu leen uyu si waaye basically competency is what matters most.
so loolu moo dee xew daal si VDC.
loolu moo dee happen so da nga gis ne VDC identification bi daf dee bon trop. so da nga gis ne léegi for example suñ ne competent people we have young people ñun we do such advocacy. include the young people waaye dañ lay wax ne the excuse bu ñu leen dee wax mooy young people if you give them position ñoom duñ dee toog si dëkk yi they feel like sitting at Kombo. That is not, those are just excuses.
waaye loolu amut.
loolu amut da ngay gis ne VDC chairman mu fa fekkee xamul even a paper you cannot read a structure naka a
so ñoom luñ si bañ mooy dem toog Kombo bi.
exactly benn ñaareel bi yaa ngi si biir dëkk bi ñu gis ne Mariama dafa jàng wala Adama wala man wala kii whoever. dinañ wax ne o honde o jibinaado kii kañ la juddu kii warul ñu jiite. that mentality lack of change. people are afraid of change.
so ñoom daal seen problème mooy. ku jàng rek Kombo ngaa toog.
ku jàng exactly ñoom sax soo nekkee a civil servant in that community sax is a fear. on them yes so waree nekk an executive member imagine yow nga war a nekk a landed people person rather you are a professional within that area or within the community as a trained teacher for example or nurse duñ dee bugg a such people because xam nga that corruption issue it can be easily detected when those intellectuals are there waaye suñ ne like somebody whom you know kii is somebody aware dafa eewu xam na in and out yi ñooñu they are always feared so the issue is nañ bàyyi xale yi ñu may leen space waaye with the intervention of this YPI project xale yu bari léegi ñu ngi ñëw ñu ngi ñëw
léegi fu mu nekk nii nga joxal ma tamit Adama moom draft constitution bi moom tam as a young person lan la si xalaat waaye yéen balaa ñoo dugg si loolu sax climate change mu ngi nekk problème man dama gëj a gis butterfly de xaw ma na public bi gis nañ butterfly nit ñi seetaan gis ngeen butterfly bu fi romb am na butterfly bu ma fi romb man dama gëj a gis butterfly man gëj naa gis butterfly de te maa ngi gis benn butterfly ngeen naaw fii nii climate change is real ñun bu ñoo nekk xale soo eewoo rek gis butterfly waaye léegi butterfly amatul dangaa romba doo ko gis you hardly even see it. So it's something we should climate change tamit is part of the things affecting some of the things that we want to do because they contribute si ndaw yi di migrate ak yeneen so draft constitution bi reject nañ ko 2024 naka nga ko dundee.
Yeah, in that part like Mariama nu mu ko waxee. Because sometimes they look what favors them. Their party. Because it's like su nekkee people like MPP. the draft constitution is favoring them. Léegi other parties is not favorable to them da ngay gis ñoom dañ koy against. ñoom suñu ko against yi léegi ñële tamit gis mënuñoo gis seen fault ne ñii ñu ngi against this but it's good for us ñële ne it's bad for duñ am a better constitution for everybody. It's going to be a better constitution for the parties, not for the people of the Gambia. But the one for the 2020 boobu comme ni ñu ko waxee dañ duggoon si kay laajte nit yi lan mooy seen xalaat loo foog ne lii suñ ko defee si constitution bi dina yóbbu dëkk bi si kanam. People were giving their ideas. Ku nekk mu ngi wax xalaatam ne lii mun naa yóbbu dëkk bi si kanam. Léegi ñoom buñ demee xool ne loolu mun naa yóbbu dëkk bi si kanam but it will not yóbbu seen parti bi nuñ ko bëggee ñu déggaat si seen tànka toog si ko am ne boobu is not good. Léegi ñu dem boo xam ne ñoom ñoo ko gën a lii boobu lañ gën a soxla pour because it's favorable to the party ñoom ñu jël boobu noonu but now dañ toll foo xam ne dañ war a xool loo xam ne is favorable to everybody not the party at large flag nga ñëwee doo but people make that flag work because suñ la saani lu toon as community or consequences you are from doo mun a dem foofu oyu pour flag boobu noonu
consequence boobu tam dafa am si political party buñ bokk it's sad but lii yëpp is driven by political party loolu foog ñu nangu ko
yeah in that case also waaw te aneen
because parliament bi sax it's not based naka lañ dee voté how do we vote as a country at the level of the parliament sooy wax ak nit sax nga ne ko dama bëgg a taxaw parliament xam nga lan la de njëkk a wax des fois demantu pour ñu xam la it's not about yow sa competence lan nga mun xam nga luwaa xam nga lii déedéet dañ la war a miin xam la that's how Gambia ñu vote and it's unfortunate
yeah even in the rural Gambia noonu la because comme like for them if you are used to that political party da ngay gis ñooñu ñoo lay back even you cannot do it but those people leading ñoom ñoo lay back because you are going with them xam nañ ne yow soo fa nekkee still now they are there moom muy génn xam na ne yow mi mooy indiwaat because yaa ngi ondam doo xamuloo moom daf laa contrôle léegi ngay act according to him or her num ko buggee
it's unfortunate waaye dafa mel ni fu mu nekk ni dinañ ko wrap up ñu ngi leen di jaajëfal si lu ngeen ñëw fii ba pare def training ba pare ñu hope ne soo leen delloo back si seen community si corruption bi si yéen la dee commencé de seen VDC yi ngeen di wax nii seen organisation yi ñoo wax nii corruption daf dee mun a am foofu noonu so feel naa ne it's left to us as young people lan lañ mun a def at our level ñun tamit parce que ñun tam dañ dee bokk si njuuj njaaj mag toogut rek saaca nekkoon na xale balaa moo jël so ñun suñ boppa dañu war a seetaat suñ boppa seet ñun tam naka lañ mun a def so fu mu nekk ni Adama lan ngaa tëjee
waaw fi nga em noonu lay starté because xale bu nekk si biir néeg bi di jëlantu ay dalasi kooku su magee jël million because fekka mokkal na then it's better ñun ndaw yi ñoo war a start stopping this corruption because yow yaay magi ëllëg soo ko miinee tane then tomorrow you are going to corrupt but su nekkee si sa grassroots level miinu loo ko then no matter how tomorrow is doo mun a corrupt because bokkul si sa système soo ko bëggee def sa yaram du nangu because bokkul si yow waaye loo xam ne dafa bokk si yow sa yaram moo lay force nga def ko because you were adopted it before ngay egsi fi nga egsi what I'm urging the young people now just taking responsibility nekkut fa de but taking responsibility act on that responsibility represent your people well and do as expected moo tax ñu dem si kanam and then I am urging everybody as a young people of this country let us come out because political affaire dañ ko dee ragal we only leave elders leading ñun ñu toppa seen ko soo demee time election sax ndaw yi duñ dee dem vote campagne boo dem ndaw yi ñoo fa dee nekk
voter apathy among young people
then naka la ñu make a change when National Assembly are asking for votes and then young people ngeen yóbbu fa ndaw taxawal ko mu taxaw campaign resource energy time ba si election jot mag yi votal mag yi xale yi génnuñ pour votal ndaw bi léegi then we should start if we put somebody in that position let us accompany the person up to the level that he is
yow bëgg nga taxaw parliament eventually bëgg nga dugg into leadership after VDC bi xam nga ne da nga nekkoon prefect time school nga ñëw nekk youth VDC nga ñëw léegi VDC where next do you want to go
well even I want to hit the councilships and parliament graduate from one state to another
waaye jigéen nga dinañ suuli sa mboot yi de amuloo mboot
no aw ma mboot
kuy dunda am nga mboot man am naa mboot yu bari maa ngi toog si kawam
man aw ma mboot suma mboot yëpp dem
man de dama ragal man ragal naa ne bés bu ma bëggee taxaw parlement dañoo dem suuli suma mboot man moom ragal naa man ragal naa parce que kuy dunda rek am nga loo xam ne bëgguloo kenn xam ko yooyu la ñoo jël indi ko asa jigéen soo bëggee taxaw
yaxasa
parel de parel de yaa ngi
waaw inshallah
defarul de
bu baax
comme mbóor
waaw
waa jeex na tak Mr Ba yow lay tëjee
waaw man lu may tëjee mooy comme si gannaaw waxoon naa la ne nguur bi dañu war a jàppale nit ñi surtout si fànnu wérgu yaram te dëkk yu bëri dañ di am a very difficult access to health facility so this foundation Alieu Sadia is doing well but right now suñu amee sa a label at the health center, they have to call the ambulance all the way from Kercherno. So I am appealing to the government and other philanthropists ñu wara make sure that health center amna an ambulance. Because it's a great concern, and likewise the quarters for the staffs, they are staying in the village other than having their own quarters inside the premises. Waaw leneen li mooy lu may ñaax ndaw yi nañ jël responsibility waaye responsibility lu ma dee wax mooy si kër yi lay commencé man su ma amee suma doom te du ma dee waxtaan ak moom the do's and don'ts of the family in the first place kooku mu war a misbehave am that concept of misbehavior mu jël loolu yóbbu ko si biir dëkk bi from there mu nekk di law leneen li mooy when it comes to decision making structures na VDC nañ try ñuy boole ndaw yi bu baax a baax si VDC level bi su ko defee ndaw yooyu because council bu toog suy oote dina wax ne dëkk bu nekk ngeen seen ñaari nit mooy góor ak jigéen and those are the people who will be identified as the council committee. So da ne kon nit soo nekkut a VDC member you cannot be a council committee. So being at that council committee ngeen war a jël decisions yoo xamante ne it has to do with our taxes for example because 60% xaalis bi suñ ko yóbbee si biir council bi taxes yi suñ naamu yi luy toll si juróom benn
gis ngeen
exactly
gis nañ suñ local government boobu
exactly
dañ ko war a wax
jeena ba xoolal xaalis jeena ba nga seet xaalis bu ñuy yaaxa noonu nga seet ñaata développement mu waroon a am loolu nekku di am si kenn nit kii Adama wax na ko fii si gannaaw kenn nit jël ko sampa a full mansion nga ne ko ndax kooku dina dina nelaw ba xandoor sax kooku dina nelaw ba xandoor because gom-gom bi nekkut fa so ñu dimbale ndaw yi tamit seen si faana boobu
waaw fu nekk ni Mariama yow looy tëjee
ok man lu ma tëjee rek mooy youth employment because da nga xool ne 2024 batch from the Gambia College School of Education there was no employment for the youth for the teachers because like so deme da nga dégg like different scenarios like you be hearing different scenarios. I attended one seminar whereby somebody was saying it is because those people did not pass exam lo moo tax ga employing leen. But the thing is, Gambia College School of Education, you have different sectors. You have the advanced diploma primary. You have the diploma that is not there anymore. Then you have the advanced diploma secondary. So advanced diploma secondary, guide just ban exams.
Okay.
So because those people already, they are like specialized.
Okay.
It's either you're doing science, you're doing agri, or you're doing any other thing. So there is no examination for them. So if you're like coming out and saying those people are not employed because they do not pass exams, that is something else.
Okay.
Somebody cannot fail an exam that you never gave them.
Okay.
And so like the way everything is going is just crazy. Youth employment, lot more nekadi in this migration crisis. Because you don't wanna talk like as a young person, you're seeing your family suffering. You're supposed to do something for them, and you don't have any means to do that. To do that. So you low wanna get like more. Okay, this is the way out. I feel this is the only thing that I can do in order to support my family, and you would do anything to do that. To see the worst. So I just feel like the government should try and bring in more employment for the youth and try to like help the youth like. Yo, don't wanna wax ne like key is not responsible if you don't give them any responsibility. Don't wanna ham key munna li su fekkente na joxuloo ko. So I feel like that is it. Like youth should always be accompanied in any stage of their lives. So that is what I have.
Well, thank you so much, two ladies and a gentleman, for joining me on the program. Kontaan nañ torop seen intervention areas yi am na solo nekk na loo xam ne ñun ñëpp dañ ko war a gestu te collective responsibility la ku nekk fan la nekk di leen fàttali rek na Action Aid ñoom ñoo dépense programme bii nii buñ nekk di def nii ba pare su passé loolu tam ñoom ñoo support ndaw yi toog fii nii train leen on things yi nga xamante ne yooyu lañ doon discuss fii nii so ñu ngi leen di séntuwaat ngeen joinaat ñu another week ñu toogati fii nii another waxtaan ak yeneen ndaw yu nekk fii si biir Gambia so ñu ngi leen di jaajëfal si seen seetaan bi ak si seen gunge bi ak si seen continuous support bi ba beneen yoon incha allah bye for now.